Hello, beautiful people. I hope all is well. I hope all is well. I am getting the word out to some of our sisters and brethren who are a bit hard headed on Instagram land so they could come over to our weekly live Q&A here on YouTube. Where are the captions? I'm big on captions. Am I live? Okay. I think so. I think we're good. All right, folks. So if you are new to my page, my name is Alison Wellington, certified dating and relationship coach. And I primarily work with busy professional women to teach them how to attract and keep the partners that they deserve. I do it how? Through my live coaching program, The Partner You Deserve, through my extended education, Rules of Engagement. That's for my fiancés and for my girlfriends who want to show up as the best version of them in an existing healthy relationship. So I have a program for my singles, Partner You Deserve. I have a program for those who are continuing, so they worked with me, or they're already in healthy, committed relationships coming in. They are girlfriends, they are fiancés, and they want to show up as the amazing wives that they know that they can be to a deserving man. That is my Rules of Engagement program. I also host retreats. So next year, March the 28th through April the 1st, we will be heading out to St. Martin. It is 18 lovely, beautiful, busy professional women who recognize a couple of things. Number one, there's room for them to level up in how they're showing up in the world, whether that be inside or out. Number two, they understand the value of networking, socializing, and building a sisterhood circle. So they want to be around like-minded women who want the same things as them. And number three, they're my homegirls. Like, I know them through social media, know them personally, know them through coaching. There's a synergy, right? And if not, I know them online, they know me online, and they know and recognize that they want to work with me to help them get them to the next level in their love life. So many different ways. But another very important way is right here through social media. So again, if you're new to my page, this is the work that I do every single day of the week. I work with women to help them attract and keep the partners that they deserve. Every Monday here on YouTube, I have my Marriage Mindset Mondays. All the links will be everywhere. And that's where I give free advice on live stream, 15-minute sessions every Monday to help women get into the best relationships of their lives. That's on Mondays, 12 noon Eastern. I have a lash that's bothering me. Sorry, y'all. Okay, I think I can see now. And then here, right now on Wednesdays, we have our live Q&A where you could just drop in a question. You can hop in, you can show up, and I can help you, guide you, and support you. Okay, is that reasonable? Is that fair? And if you're watching this on Facebook, hey, you can drop your questions and I will see them. So Facebook, you get a little bit of a pass. Like, I'll see you in the stream. YouTube, obviously, I'll see you in the stream. Instagram, y'all being hard-headed and I don't like it. If you have a question around dating, around relationships, I will only be answering those questions here on YouTube. So make sure that you comment or DM the word YouTube. Let me type it right now for y'all. Comment or DM the word YouTube. YouTube. So I can send you the direct link. And while YouTube, Instagram, I appreciate you to ask questions. Let me make that clear. I still need you to come over. I need you to stop being hard-headed. I need you to come over. And let's talk about why we're coming over, right? Let's talk about why. So number one, I have been giving you guys hard and fast, super concrete, no fluff dating and relationship advice for 5 years straight, posting 3 times a day minimum. If I'm feeling good, sometimes it's 4. I was posting during my pregnancy, during my delivery. I never dropped the ball. So the least you can do is come over to YouTube where I want you to be. And I want for you to like and subscribe if you find that I offer you value. If I don't offer you value, then don't give me anything, right? But the least you can do, if I have helped you in any form or fashion, made you laugh, made you cry, made you send something to a friend, helped you to repost an idea or an expression that you were feeling, the least you could do is like and subscribe. It costs you nothing to be supportive, okay? Above all ages, hello, welcome. Yes, please come on over, okay? And whatever questions you have around dating or relationships, I am here for the next 17 minutes in order to guide you, in order to support you, because I absolutely have to go get my babies from daycare. Okay, so no excuse, no reason. Let me pin this So people on Instagram know what they're doing. Come on over so that I can answer your questions around dating and relationships. Okay. Hi, Nicole. How are you? Whatever questions you have, go ahead, drop it in the chat, and I will be more than happy to share it with you. Okay. So, one of the questions that I get very frequently, is about presentation, how one presents and how one is perceived. So, how you present, right, is the reality. This is what I have on. This is how I walk. This is how I talk. This is how I behave. This is how I smell, right? So that's how you present. How you're perceived, right? So that's the give. How you are perceived is how people analyze you and they gather information, right? So I perceive you to be a person who is well educated. I perceive that you are someone who has your head on your shoulders. I perceive you as to be a hot mess express, whatever. Okay. So there's a lot of conversation around that. And so this is what I want to talk about before I get to any questions that you guys might drop in the chat. This is for YouTube only. If you have a question, you have to come over to YouTube, comment or DM the word YouTube, and then you will get the link in your DM. And here we go. All right. So if you want to change the way that you are perceived, then you have to change the way that you present. If you want to change the way that you are perceived, if you want to change who you attract, then we have to have a conversation of how you are presenting. All right. So from top to bottom, in and out, there needs to be an analysis on how you are presenting to the world so that you can impact the way that the world receives you. Does that make sense? All right. Nicole, I need a little bit more context. I think I missed the first part of your question. Give me more, okay? So, with that being said, top of your head to the bottom of your feet, how are you presenting to the world? Are you proud? Literally, right? Well, we're gonna do the easy stuff, which is outside, and then we'll do the harder stuff, which is inside. How do you wear your hair? Do you like how you wear your hair? Do you get compliments about how you wear your hair? Is the way that you're wearing your hair the most complimentary to you? Is it a shortcut? Is it locks? Is it a bust down? Is it highlights, a particular color? Is it a bob? What hairstyle, what colors, what styling looks best on you? Which then by default should be your favorite hair. What should not be your favorite hairstyle is what's the easiest. Too bad, so sad, right? Because if we're focusing on the way that we are perceived, then that means that we care about how we're being perceived. And I think any human being should and does care. Therefore, you have to put care into how you present. Okay. So that's hair. Now, face. All right. The skin. Is your skin as clear as you would like it to be or it can be? Right. Eyebrows, lashes, lips. I need to make sure that your presentation is up to par. Are you proud? When you walk past the mirror, do you say, damn, I look good? Right. And if you don't feel like that, then what are we going to do about it? And what does that look like? It could be as minor as I took a $400 makeup class in 2022 that has paid for itself 20 times over. 20 times over. So does it look like you're investing in light makeup? This is the makeup. Let me tell you the makeup regimen that I have right now. Okay. I wax and tint my eyebrows once a month. All right. That's not makeup. I do my lashes. So these are little lashes, right? I have on lip liner and lip gloss. Okay. I did that because I'm coming online. Why? Because I care about the way that I am perceived. And then I put on some blush. No foundation, no contouring, no highlight, right? Once a month, eyebrows. Once every 2 weeks, lashes. So I get to wake up like this. Okay. Lip liner and lip gloss, 5 minutes. Blush, 5 minutes. That's the end of that, right? And so if you care about the way that you are perceived, you have to put something in it. Above all, agents, I'm still missing some context. Can you write me a longer message, write me a longer question so that I can have more context and answer you appropriately? I did not forget about you. Hair, face, physique. Do you like your physique? Do you like it? Do you like it? Do you like your boobs? You like your stomach? You like your back? You like your arms? You like your butt? You like your hips? You like your thighs? You like your feet? Whatever it is that you like, keep that, accentuate that. Whatever it is that you don't like, fix it. Fix it. Not in Colombia, not in DR. Ideally, with a nutritionist and in the gym. Secondarily, maybe in Miami, if you got to, right? Let's keep it local. But at the end of the day, the beautiful thing is that you have control as to how you present to the world. Therefore, you have a lot of control as to how you are perceived. So if there's anything, I don't care, breast reduction, do it. Do it healthily and safely, right? If it's going to be working with a trainer, that's what I did twice. I gained 40 pounds twice. Well, I want to say postpartum. That's not really true. You gain the weight during the pregnancy. Twice. I had to lose 40 pounds twice. That was not fun. And I didn't even do half of the things that, I mean, I guess I did the deed that got me pregnant, but you know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't even have all the joy that goes with it. I was sick most of the time anyway, eating a whole bunch of things I didn't even like anyway, just because I liked it in that moment. Lost it twice. You know why? Because I paid a trainer. I sure did. I sure did. And I would do it 10 times again. DTD Fitness in Brooklyn, New York. Dwight is his name. Amazing. Because I'm not going to walk around and be uncomfortable in how I present, therefore, how I am perceived. And I knew I was going to have baby number 2. So, therefore, I have no other choice but to lose this weight to get back to my pre pregnancy weight so that I knew I was going to have another baby again, God willing, and it happened. Her birthday is, I was about to say, I thought I missed the birthday. Her birthday's in 2 days, right? So the physique, is it physiquing the way that you want it to look? All right. I have some folks who don't like their toes, their feet. It's looking like they throwing up crip signs, right? Let's go to the podiatrist. Dr. Glass. I should, you know what? I should holler at Dr. Glass. He's in New York City. He has commercials all the time on Hot 97 and Power 105, right? They have a no cut, no this, no that, wear a boot for a week, blah, blah, blah. You're going to take a week off of vacation from work so that you don't have to worry about the hustle and the bustle, right? You're going to get grandma to watch the kids, to drop the kids off, pick them up. You're going to pay for van service, and you are going to get those toes straight. I don't want you walking in this world feeling less than. I don't want you walking in this world feeling judged. The irony is that anyone that you're interested in probably didn't even know or may not even care about the teeth being crooked, the toes being crooked, the skin not being as clear as you would like, the edges not edging, right? They might not even care, but you do. And as a result of you caring, you are not showing up as your most confident self. There is not an air about you like there should be. There's not a confidence about you like there should be. There's not a conviction about you like how it should be. One of my friends tells me, Alison, you speak so well. I speak with conviction. I stutter a lot. A lot. I speak with conviction. Why? Because I'm confident. I know what I'm talking about. I know that I have a gift of the gab. I know that I have a way of delivery. I know that I'm an excellent teacher and an excellent coach. Therefore, the confidence bolsters everything else up and makes me sound better than I may actually be. I'm sure that if I watch my videos back close enough, I have verb, noun, conjugations that's probably off. I know I have a thick ass Brooklyn accent that is not perceived as intelligent or super polished. I don't care. I don't care. And I have 2 master's degrees. I don't care. Why? Because of the confidence. I faced rejection with everything we just talked about. The trainer trained, right? The hair is hairing, right? The skin is skinning. I faced lots of rejections, romantic rejections, professional rejections. I cannot tell you how many Instagram, YouTube, please don't mess with me with this stupid thing. I cannot tell you how many networks have told me no. I cannot tell you how many people are hosting dating shows that I went up for and I was rejected for whatever reason. I cannot tell you how many podcasts I've applied for and literally have been left on red. I cannot tell you how many brands I've applied to work with that I've left on red for, like, I don't even know if the email was delivered. I've been rejected. So what? What does that mean? I'm going to let everything fall to the wayside? No, that doesn't make any sense. That's unreasonable. Instead, I'm going to double down. right? I lost the weight once, I'm going to lose it twice. The edges came out after I had my baby. Now I'm going to make sure I get my edges back. I learned how to do a little bit of makeup. Now I'm going to take it up and just step it up a notch. I never used to do blush. Now I'm adding blush. I'm going to step it up. I'm not going to step it back just because a man rejected me, just because somebody didn't want to marry me, just because somebody didn't want to commit to me on a level that I wanted to, just because I got rejected at a job, just because I got denied a promotion, just because I didn't land the hosting gig that I wanted. I didn't land the podcast that I mean, I think I might have signed an NDA, so I can't tell y'all. But I'm going to put it like this. There was a network that I was this close to getting a hosting job for. I'm trying to see what I can say without getting in trouble. I'm gonna let y'all guess. How about that? I'm gonna let y'all guess what network, and I was this close to getting the job, and they went with somebody else who was more seasoned, who was more polished, who had a more, I don't know what kind of accent they call it, like a middle America accent. I probably was a little too rough. The Brooklyn was probably a little too much. So what we gonna do? Not create the content, not do the work, not change women's lives, which are changing families' lives, right? Which is changing community lives. I have clients who are engaged, married, buying houses, traveling the world, having babies with the loves of their lives, having the companionship, the love, and the support. I'm going to stop because I got rejected? No. The confidence is going to exude, and you're going to, rue the day that you rejected Alison Wellington. Does that make sense? Let me take some questions. Let me go on Instagram later and see if anybody guessed any of the networks that I was talking about. No, nobody guessed. So I know y'all a little bit behind, but nonetheless, if y'all guess, I'll tell y'all. But if y'all don't guess, I ain't telling y'all. All right. So let's take some questions before I skedaddle. Okay, I said, I met a guy on a dating app. We decided to date. I asked him, can I move in with him? He said yes, initially, then changed his mind and said it was too early and wasn't ready for a relationship. He says he just broke up with someone and he thought he was going to marry. At first, I took it for a joke. Then I broke up with him and I went back just to test and see if he was future planning with me, and he wasn't. Okay, so thank you for all the context. I know I asked for context and you gave more than what I needed, so thank you for this. So number one, if you could just let me know very quickly, how long were you dating before you asked to move in? I'd like to know that as a point of reference. That might not be a deal breaker in this conversation. However, I'd like to know. Number two, I am a little wary about the fact that you asked to move in with him. I want to know why, right? If it was for financial purposes, I live in New York, one of the most expensive cities. We're damn near our own country. One of the most expensive cities in the world. So I understand for a financial reason moving in, especially when you're spending days and nights on end in someone else's apartment. However, that is not the most practical. Well, it's the most practical, but it's not the most romantically practical way for you to move a relationship on, because it just makes financial sense. It also makes financial sense for us to move back in with our parents, and we're not doing that, right? It makes financial sense for us to get a roommate with our best friend, but we're not doing that. But when it comes to our romantic partners, because we're spending a lot of time, sometimes we do go too quickly to the move in process. So I would like to know, let me know, is this a joke? Girl, if this is a joke, just say so. Okay? No. He is absolutely right. All right. For those who may not be seeing what's going on here, the question was, she asked the gentleman that she met on a dating app whether or not they can move in together after one day, is what she wrote, right? One day after they met, he initially said yes, and then he said no. He thought they were going too fast. Ma'am, he is absolutely right. And you're bugging for asking so quickly. He's bugging for saying yes. It is inappropriate for you to move in with anyone that quickly. Okay, so absolutely not. You should have never asked that early. He should have never agreed. He was an intelligent man to go back on his agreement and to have you guys not move on that quickly. I would like to know for context, even though I don't know if I have the time because I do have to take other questions. I would like to know for context why. Why are we moving in so quickly? It's unsafe for you. Okay. Yes, to rent my place for more income. So what? First day is outrageous. You don't know that man. He could be a killer. You shouldn't be getting in the car with a man that you just met. You shouldn't be going to his place with a man that you just met. There should be more vetting, more time to see if you're an appropriate match. It's too expensive in terms of your life, and it's too financially expensive for you to join your finances with someone that you do not know. So he was absolutely right for saying no. Now, for the average person who might watch this, who's watching this now, and who will watch it later, who might be a little bit more traditional and their move-in date might look like a year or two in, that renege would be problematic for me. If we've been dating for a year, we're spending tons of time at each other's houses. It is practical, as well as our romantic relationship is moving in a direction towards marriage. And so you would prefer to live together to test the waters. Finances should be secondary to that decision. After a year or so, then I will accept that. I think that's reasonable. And if someone in that circumstance, the deal was reneged, then I can say I would be concerned. In his particular case, he made the absolute right decision for himself as well as for you. Okay. Elaine says, I've been following your content for some time. And I think now that I'm out of therapy and feeling a lot better with my recent weight loss, my skin is clear. I look good, but I still have such bad luck with men. Success stories are impressive, but what happens for women who don't get engaged or married right away? How does your program still create long-term results for them? Okay, so first of all, I want to give you a round of applause for getting out of a relationship that did not serve you, working it out in therapy and not working it out underneath a new man, because they like to say the fastest way for you to get over someone is to get under them. There might be some validity to that. You might get over, meaning I am no longer crying over my ex, but are you prepared? Are you healed enough to be prepared to get into a relationship with somebody else? No. So instead of us trying to put a band-aid on a bullet wound, right? What we need to do is to do the inner work. You did both, inner and out. So inner therapy, recent weight loss. So again, we talked about the confidence that the guy that you're dating probably doesn't even notice 10 or 15 pounds plus or minus too much. That's not about him. That's the decentering men part. It's not about him. It's not about them. It's about you showing up as the best version of you in terms of your confidence and your actual physical health. All right, good. Your skin is clear. Shouts to you. So whatever regimen that you're using, keep using it. Again, working on the confidence, as well as in reality, attracting more people the more attractive you are. Yes, clearer skin in our society is deemed as more attractive. Anybody who says otherwise would be lying. All right. So I look good. I love that. But I have such bad luck with men. Okay, so let me continue to break this down. Let's not make this a luck issue. I don't want this to be a luck issue, y'all. There is practical strategies that you put in place in order for you to be around like-minded, equally yoked, marriage-minded men. And that's what I teach every day. There are practical strategies. Practical strategy number one is to put yourself around these people literally. Literally. My daughter, we went to a pumpkin patch pick thing the other day, right? We went with my best friend and her son and her nephew. I think that's her nephew, whatever, his cousin, right? The boys are a little bit older. They're like 7. And you know what they kept saying? 6, 7, 6, 7, wherever the song is, whatever it is, right? That's what the kids keep saying. My kid is 3. She never heard 6, 7 before. They taught her 6, 7. It's been a week and she's still saying 6, 7, because the people that you surround yourself with will rub off on you. You will learn things from them. You will begin to behave like them. That's who you're going to socialize like and who you're going to socialize with. She can't wait to see her big brother Carter again so they could do this stupid 6, 7. I need you guys to stop hanging around people who are not like-minded, equally yoked, and marriage-minded. And that may also go for your girlfriend circle as well. So I don't want to discount that there may be of luck, but I can't even pick up the of luck if I'm not around the types of guys who want what I want, who are not put together and want the same things as me. Luck, I don't believe that luck is something that's just going to sweep in and take over your whole life. I would say if we want to believe in luck, which again, I'm only going to give this much credence to, I am in the space, I'm at the conferences, I'm at the financial, the fundraisers, I'm at the political events, I'm at the rallies, I'm a part of my community, I'm giving service to, I'm there already, and then luck. But I'm not going to be scrolling on TikTok and luck has it that my man is going to ring the bell. No, bro, it does not work like that. You have to put yourself around like-minded, equally yoked, marriage-minded folks. You have to. All right. I'm not yelling at you. I love you. I'm yelling at everybody. Right. And then allow, okay, so I'm looking good. I'm feeling good. I'm smelling good. I'm around the types of people who want what I want. Then we can allow for a little razzle dazzle, a little magic, a little romance, right? A little kismet, a little simpatico, whatever to occur. But it's not going to occur in my house. All right. So I know that you didn't even ask me all that, but I want to make sure that I break down. We talked about the therapy. We talked about looking better on the outside. We talked about not hanging on to this term luck and thinking that things are going to fall into your lap and stuff is just going to work out or not work out. No, you make it work. You make it work, right? Let's talk about luck. I applied for college. I did my work in high school, which made me qualify to get into college. I registered for classes. I tracked how I was completing my coursework. I made sure I had all of my prerequisites. I had my majors. I'm passing my classes, blah, blah, blah. Once I graduated with a degree, my bachelor's degree in education, and got my certification as a licensed social studies teacher, grades 7 through 12, luck may have it that my friend worked at a psychiatric hospital during the freeze where New York City Department of Education was not hiring teachers. My friend happened to work at a children's psychiatric facility and was able to get me an interview. Luck would have it. She couldn't get me the interview if I didn't have the degree. She couldn't get me the interview if I was not a certified teacher who took at the time 2008, 7, 8, 3 exams for the state of New York that cost hundreds of dollars. And I think I passed all of them, but you get what I'm saying, right? I studied super hard for and was nervous. One test, I was literally crying as I took the test because I thought I failed. Point is, luck is the icing on the cake, but you gotta have the batter in the oven, and you gotta do the work. All right. I know you didn't ask me all that, and I know I'm running out of time. So now I can actually answer your question. And if you are just coming in, my name is Alison Wellington, certified dating and relationship coach. I primarily work with busy professional women to teach them how to attract and keep the partners that they deserve. I do it mainly through my Partner You Deserve 6-month coaching program, where I go through leaning into your feminine energy. Literally, how do you navigate dating both online and offline? I give you the dating apps. I give you the events to attend. I teach you how to build a healthy relationship moving forward. Easy peasy chicken greasy. And you guys have seen hundreds of testimonials from women who are in healthy, committed relationships, engaged, married, buying houses, having babies, traveling the world, being loved and supported and loved on the way that they deserve. I'm so tired of seeing all of these stories of women who are in terrible relationships over and over and over again, don't know how to break the cycle, but yet refuse to reach out for help when there is help that is available to you. You have to do something different to get a different result. It starts here. Hi, subscribe to my YouTube if this has been valuable to you, right? It starts here. For many people, it doesn't end here. For many people, they need handholding. For many people, they need specificity, right? Elaine Crosby needs to know specifically what to do in order to turn this thing around. And there's only so much a YouTube video or a podcast or a 60-second reel can do. Sometimes it requires you to invest in yourself so that you can transform your love life. Sometimes it requires you to do a little bit of stretching because that stretch is going to make you do the work. Last thing, and I'm going to take this question, I promise. I've invested, and I ain't saying for y'all to do this, I'm just talking about me. I've invested a lot of, that's not the word I wanted to say, but a lot of money in coaching. Why? Because I'm impatient. I want results and I want them now. I'm impatient. I want results. I want them now. I want to skip the line. If you're a VIP girly, then you're me. If you're the fast pass, then you're me, right? I'm not waiting 2, 3 years of digging through 1,000 different videos on YouTube to figure out how I'm going to scale my business. I hired a sleep coach to teach me how to make these kids sleep because I need my sleep. I need quality. I'm not waiting around until they're 3 to figure out how to sleep through the night. Nah, we figuring it out at 10 months. So even if it's a stretch, sometimes you need that stretch in order for you to show up and do the work and do what your coach tells you to do. Because I've also paid for courses and never took the damn course because, and I'm not trying to boast, this is not times to boast, but $500 was not a stretch. It wasn't a stretch. It's some money, but it wasn't a stretch. And so now when this course is telling me to do things I don't want to do, I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it because the 500 wasn't a stretch. The 5,000, I'm doing everything that the coach told me to do twice. And I'm harassing her, sending her emails. Can you check my work? Sometimes you have to stretch in order for you to do what you know that you're supposed to do. That wasn't what you asked me. So let's get to what Elaine asked me. Success stories are impressive, but what happens for women who don't get engaged or married right away? How does your program help still create long-term results for them? All right. So none of my clients get engaged or married right away. We just talked about a timeline question that someone asked. Right away is not safe. Right away is not intelligent, right? And so literally the first assignment that all of my clients have before they start coaching, so they have pre-homework before session 1 is, I want to know your timeline. Actually, on our consultation, I'll put the link for you guys to schedule a consultation. If you are serious about showing up and doing the work, do not schedule a call with me if you're not serious. And I say that lovingly, right? Oh, my baby's on the other end of this, so I got to go. Thank you, Andrew, for picking up the kids because I was supposed to go pick up the kids and he realized I was talking too much. On the call, what's your timeline? First homework assignment before you get into coaching, what's the timeline? If they have an unreasonable timeline, I'm going to tell them before they give me $1. Because what we're not going to do is have an unreasonable timeline. And then when that timeline is not delivered, a line with Alison is a scam. We don't play those games. So if your timeline is unreasonable, I'm absolutely telling you that before you swipe your card, because we're not going to blame me for you not having results. Does that make sense? Okay. So no one gets engaged or married. Well, that's not true. I did have somebody who I felt got married a little faster than I would like, which is a year or more, but hardly anyone. Okay. So let's talk about what success stories look like. Success stories are going to look different for different people. Some people's immediate success, right? So that's what you talked about. Immediate success looks like going on a date and they haven't been on a date in a year or years. Success for some of my clients, immediate wins looks like going on higher quality dates with higher quality suitors and matches because everybody they've been going out with has been trash, unemployed, living with mama, hot mess express. Immediate results for my clients looks like walking with a different energy, that they are attracting the type of attention that they desire from the types of men they actually like, leveling up their appearance and how they present to the world and how they are perceived to the world. That's what an immediate win looks like. An immediate win looks like I'm no longer attracting dusties on my dating apps and my dating profiles. And the guys that are matching with me and connecting with me are actually interesting and doing something with themselves. An immediate win looks like I'm getting on the phone where I couldn't get a phone number, or I couldn't even get to the point of getting on the phone from an app, or getting from the phone to a first date, or graduating from a first date to a second date. So the success stories are the end result. That's like the shiny, super shiny stuff. But the wins that my clients get are immediate and consistent from the beginning of coaching throughout. So I want us to change our mindset. And I'm a part of that, right? Because I don't highlight that as much, but those are immediate wins. The long-term wins, which are usually within 6 months of coaching, are healthy, committed relationships. So my program promise that when my clients work with me, they're going to be in healthy, committed relationships if they listen and follow what I tell them to do within 6 months. Does that make sense? Okay. Now, after that, I have a continuation of education, which I call rules for engagement. You are now in a healthy, committed relationship. The partner you deserve has gotten you with the partner you deserve in 6 months. Now you're in a healthy, committed relationship. How you show up in dating and how you show up in your romantic relationship is different. It's a different set of skills. And so now it may be time to graduate on how am I going to show up as a wife to a good man, Savannah, not someone who's using and abusing. How am I going to show up as a wife that he can immediately recognize so that we can move this relationship that's already healthy? I super emphasize that into marriage. And that realistically is looking like a 2 year, 2.5, depending on how big you want your wedding to look or the dynamics of your family, people flying in, 3 years. But I don't want anyone to believe that you are going to invest in coaching with me for 6 months and you're going to be married in 6 months. I don't even suggest that. I don't even think that's a reasonable timeline. What I do with you in 6 months with the partner you deserve is get you into a healthy, committed relationship. After that, we can then build the foundation towards marriage, 2 separate set of skills. Dating, navigating marriage. Does that make sense? And I hope that I've answered you. And I hope that was as transparent as I could be. Okay. So that's how my program creates long-term results. And I hope that was helpful. All right, folks, my babies are on the other side of this door. I got to go. I hope that this has been super valuable to you. If it has been, it costs you nothing to subscribe to my YouTube channel. If you're watching it in real time right now live, or you're going to watch the replay later and you're not a subscriber, it costs you nothing to hit that subscribe button, and I would appreciate it immensely. If you are being hard-headed and you're still on Instagram, which I don't even know why you would be, because the beautiful thing about watching on YouTube is that you get to scroll and do other things on your phone and still listen. Instagram Live, you're stuck watching the live as you can't even go anywhere, right? But if you are, and this has been valuable to you, I would highly, highly appreciate that you comment or DM the word YouTube or click the link in my bio, tap on the second button, I think. And then you can subscribe to YouTube as well. All right. And make sure I have all of the links for everything that we talked about. My Marriage Mindset Mondays for you to apply for a 15-minute free coaching session here on YouTube every Monday. I'll have that link. I will have the link if you are someone who wants a private session. You don't want to be seen. You don't want to be heard. You don't want to be on anyone's social media platform. You don't want to get clipped up, right? And you want a private session that is not recorded just between you and I, will never be repurposed. I'll have the link for that as well. If you realize that dating has not been your forte, you want to go into 2026 in a healthy, committed relationship, then now is the time to work with me. I'm going to drop the link for you to apply for my 6-month coaching program, The Partner You Deserve, that's helped over, I don't even know how many, hundreds of women get into the best relationships of their lives. The testimonials are here on YouTube. They're my highlights on Instagram, Facebook. Meet us in the middle somewhere. But there is no reason why you should be doing this thing alone when I exist. And I've proven that it works if you work it. All right, folks, it's been a pleasure. I got to go take care of my babies. And I have a session in an hour and 15 minutes. So I definitely got to go. Love y'all. I will see y'all here on YouTube on Monday. Adios, amigos. Bye.